Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the second part of Zelda RPG, Link's Reawakening. As we just found out right now, Marin turned into a seagull at the end of the game and followed Link back home to Hyrule. And it turns out that the nightmares also followed too. So we defeated the first new nightmare here in Hyrule. We got the Dream Shrine key and a Yoshi doll, so let's continue. And I do apologize for the long delay it took to make more videos. We had a tragedy in my family, and so that had all my attention and I was unable to make new videos. But I'm back, so here is the second part of Zelda RPG Link's Reawakening with commentary. So we just beat maze number 1, and here we come across the owl again. So there's a little reassurance there from the owl that he's a good guy. And you'll notice now there's a kid here. And he's saying the others are on their way. Okay, so if you remember this girl earlier, she collects dolls. She was looking for the green Yoshi doll. And she'll trade it for a Pikachu doll. And in this version, I could not do yes/no responses. It is very difficult to program. So when you talk to them, it just kind of automatically trades. So I apologize for that. This guy was from A Link to the Past selling jars. And once again, he's selling a jar. So we see another one of these kids here who was not here earlier. Seeing he has a cousin who lives with his aunt in the forest who plays hide and seek, and that will be important later on. So this house, which was previously empty, now has... And I forgot what her name was. I called her Mamal in this one because she's married to Popal. You gave the Yoshi doll to Molly, the dolly collector. She gave you a Pikachu doll, so your first instinct might be, oh, the kids want a doll again, but now she's saying they've grown out of dolls and they want maybe like a gumball machine. Hint, hint. And also you'll notice people have possessions, like she has a golden mirror on the wall. And it's all in capital letters to suggest that it's part of the trade sequence, which it is. So continue. One more kid. In the bellies of whales are hidden treasures. What does that mean? Don't ask me. I'm just a kid. Secret. Okay, so... Okay, so previously we saw that if you bypass the seaport, you could find this room. You can't get by, it's too heavy to lift. And there was the fire rod here, which if you pick that up first, you could have an advantage against the boss. So you cannot pass. So the only other place to go is back to Kakariko Village. I don't know what that little clicking sound is, but it's kind of annoying. Okay, so I have also hidden a bunch of secrets in the game because that was such a thrill for me to find all the secrets in the original Game Boy game. And some of these are actually based off of dreams I've had. So if you go behind the bookshelf here, you'll find there's a secret compartment with a secret book. The secret spell book. Which you teach to Link. And it heals the entire party. Not as strong as Ballot of the Wingfish, but it also cures status problems like poison or stun. And I hid... Whoops, no, that's Link's house. I hid more secrets in this game. You know, for a Game Boy game with black and white, to have like a really in-depth storyline, this game, the original one, was just way light years ahead of its time. So again, if you go to Marin's house, you can look in her chest again, just like the Game Boy game. And she gets upset at you, just like the Game Boy game. A little Easter egg I hid. And wait a minute. There's more people from Kahala Island here. Old Man Ulrira is here, too. He's asleep this time. And I don't know if I brought this up. The Bucket House, or as it said in the Game Boy game, the Bucket Mouse, which I later learned was a glitch. It was Bucket House, which was a restaurant in Japan, which I also hid in this game. So now that Old Man Ulrira is here, the phones will give you hints again. See the word lavender here in capital letters. That's to suggest that it's a trade item. So if we go in this house, it was previously empty, and now Madame Meow Meow is here. Asks you to take Bow Wow for a walk, so now you get your first sidekick. And just like the Game Boy game, Bow Wow, you don't control him, and he just randomly attacks enemies. So we got the little one, the one that you gave the bow to last time. She's here. Last time, makeup, jewels, dresses, I've got it all. And then last time she's like, some accessories would be nice. Now she's saying some fragrances would be nice. And she has a fossil that she dug up in the backyard. Fossil in all caps. So previously at the church, or wedding chapel, whatever you want to call it, there are two brides waiting for their grooms, getting ready. And one said she has too much stuff. You can have something if you come back later. You see she has a power bracelet, she has the mermaid's necklace, and the ribbon from the previous game. So she gives you the power bracelet. Now that room where you got the fire rod from, you can move the block. And there was one here too that was blocking the way. And now check this out, you can move it. Mountains to the north, farmlands to the east. Further east is Death Valley, south Seashell Shores, and southeast Firefly Lake. And there are obstacles in the way, new obstacles like the spiky cactus that you can't move with just your bare hands. You have some overgrown weeds that are too tall where you can't pass by. And my personal favorite, a filthy mattress. I'm sorry, but in real life, I'm a big goofball. And a little bit of my humor shows up in this game. So, just a couple of laughs. What was down here? A phone booth, that's right. So that was one of them. Okay, so we got from the first boss, the Dream Shine Key. Alright, here's some more obstacles. I don't know if I went over them last time, but poison mushrooms right here. I love it. So now you're in the Dream Shrine, but there's all these locks in the way. You need a Cloud Key, a Moon Key, a Nightmare Key, Star Key, and Sun Key. And as you've seen previously, beds are doorways to other places. Okay, oh, you want to go to the shop. And I use a lot of magic, so gonna need some magic potions. And my playing style is use a lot of magic. But other people's playing style might be conserve your magic and fight a little slower. But I don't know, it just depends. Okay, so previously this room had a block that was too heavy to move, and now look, you can move it. Don't push it too far because you'll block the door. Now the path is split. Which way do you go? Follow the arrow or the one without an arrow? Fairy heals you just like in the previous game. So all characters' health and magic is fully replenished. And now we continue. More monster. So Bow Wow in RPGs, they call those characters berserkers, where they attack uncontrollably. Like you see Link and Marin had to command them to fight and use a slingshot. Bow Wow's just gonna go off on his own now and just keep biting everything in his path, which I thought was pretty cool. And the Hinox throwing his bombs again. See how I no longer control Bow Wow, he's just biting everything in his path. We've got the Stone Hinox, which was from the DX game, the color one, which I'll be honest, I didn't really much care for the new features in the DX game, like the camera feature. I thought that was just thrown in to promote the camera, not really add to the game. I liked the idea of the secret dungeon in the DX version, but it was just too much showing off that, hey, it's in color now. So I don't know, I wasn't a fan of it. I like the original green screen one, but that's okay. I like using the boomerang first all the time because I get more items. It saves me a lot of money. And I use a lot of money because I use a lot of magic. Okay, so we have a choice here, left or right. I learned a psychological trick that you'll most likely turn to your right just because we read left to right. So I make more of the secrets to the left. When your mind wants to tell you one thing, if you do the other, you might find more secrets. So you find this little area, but the weeds are too tall and you can't pass by. So you'll have to figure out a way to clear the weeds later on in the game and come back later if you remember. And that's the beauty of it. That's why it's a secret. Okay, so we got plants now, and these are all these creatures. I made all these. These didn't come from any previous games. Like I said, I like to use magic. Just wipe them all out. Spread the damage around. Wipe them out faster that way. Nice. Okay. Now we got 3 ways to go. Let's go down. I think that's what the order I intended it to be, but we'll see. I forgot. Alright, here we go again. I'll use Marin to take out the little ones. I'll use Link to make it easier. And then you got that fire rod, right? Use it. Much easier. Okay, so the reason I went down was because of this. There's a butterfly on the loose, but you can't catch it. You have nothing to put it in. So, earlier you bought that jar, right? If you look at the jar, you'll see maybe you could put something in it, and the butterfly lands, and it's easy to catch. Catch the butterfly. And Marin can now summon with the song Butterflies. So let's test it out on this little guy here. So Link had the attack that can hit all enemies. And now Marin can do the same. Why I said it like that, I do not know. Then you could go chip away at them. See? Steal a potion while I'm at it. Here we have a tree that's sad. They don't have any apples. All the other trees do, and they're beautiful. So here's a hint from Old Man Ulrira. So see, here's his hint. You need a jar to capture butterflies. A tree without no apples simply needs a gift of apples. And a lost child can be found if you enter the back door. That's a secret. Rue. So here we go. This lady's selling apples for 50 rupees, and I only have 21 because I bought all that magic potion. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I do remember here. So here's a character I took from one of the Oracle games. The guy who fixes clocks, so he's kind of a mechanic. And depending on what order you went in, when the road split 3 ways, If you went here first, you'd notice a transition from light to dark, but there's a rusty gate. So when you talk to that mechanic, he tells you that he can help you fix the rusted gate if you bring him back a mushroom from the Haunted Grove, which I skipped, by the way. So here's the lady saying her son's missing, playing hide and seek. Actually, wait, hold on. Let's go back. If you observe the room, you notice there's a back door here. See, in a crate? Hint, hint. Enter the back door. So you see where the back door is on her house? There's only one way to get there, if you're paying attention. See that road up on the top of the screen? A weird Mr. Right. Seeing he ran out of postage stamps and capital letters, so that's trade secret. He has a glass slipper. And it says, what is Mr. Right doing with a glass slipper? I made the trade items before I figured out who I was going to give them to, and I had no idea who was going to get that glass slipper to, so I just kind of forced it on poor Mr. Right. You know, people were questioning. Okay, so again, here's where the road split three ways. If you went right first, you would discover the rusty fence first. If you went down first like I did, you would find the apple tree that needs apples. If you came up first, you'd have the Haunted Grove, which I just kind of left it mysterious that the word Haunted Grove comes up. Previously, there'd be no mushroom here, but if you talk to the mechanic saying he needs a mushroom, go get it at the Haunted Grove, you'll find the mushroom. And here's where I hid one of my favorite characters. The ghost. There he is, get him! And now, the ghost joins your party. And here's a secret area here behind the Haunted Grove, and that's how you get to the back door. Remember the back door, the lady missing her child? See? Now you enter the back door. There's a crate here. Move it aside. Stairs. Child. Oh, and here's where he hints at the ghost in the Haunted Grove. See? So if you didn't know the ghost was there, there's a hint right there. And now he's saying how this whole world is just full of secrets. Which it is. Because I put them all there. So the ghost, you would say, is a secret character. Alright, let's go back. I don't have enough money to buy the apples. Probably should have had more confidence in my fighting abilities instead of buying all those potions, but too bad now for me. I'll have to come back to that later. So you give him the mushroom, he gives you something to clear the rust. Oh, and by the way, this town, I called it the Fruit Forest. Maybe I should call it Flower Forest, I don't know. There are places in real life that look like this, where I live. And to be honest, I didn't even discover until after I finished making this game. It was like a place I dreamed, like completely covered in flowers. And then just only a couple months ago, I went to a place that actually looked like this, and I was blown away. So, okay, so we got the mushroom to the guy, so he'll... Oops, don't want to use that one. How much magic do we need? We need a lot of magic. Actually, let's not overdo it. So we got a meaty boss. So you see a flower, you think, oh, a flower, it's going to give you something good. Nope. So let's poison them first. I think poison's a good way to start with strong enemies. Let's just try to wipe one of them out. And again, the ghost is also like a berserker, like Bow Wow. You can't control him once you assign him an attack. Ooh, a fairy. And yes, I used the exact same sound effect from the previous game. Just get some free stuff. Just realized everyone is poisoned except for the ghost. So I got that secret book for Link, the spell book. Let's use it. And the sound effect is the same sound effect from A Link to the Past, the Book of Mudora. Got the sunflower song. Wait, how many rupees do I have? Under status. Items. 45 rupees. Need 50 for the apples. Let me just try to grab 5 more somewhere. Get just 5 more rupees. Let's make it quick. Exactly, okay. So now the apple tree. So in this forest, Marin learned a sunflower song, a butterfly song, and then a third one we're about to learn. And the reason I did that is because when you start the game, Link has 6 attacks, Marin only has 3. So I try to kind of even it out, like giving her the opportunity to learn 3 in this area. Oops, didn't use it. Okay, so look at the apples. What can you do with these apples? Maybe someone could use them. The tree is thankful. Gives you a spell called the Life Tree spell. So Marin learned 3 spells now. Butterfly, Life Tree, and now Sunflowers. Alright, let's continue. And I tried... See, now we're fighting zombies. and ghosts and goblins. And what I was doing is I'm making the enemies gradually get more and more scary. And that was intentional. So like first you come across classic enemies, the forest, the underground forest, you have like kind of foresty creatures, I guess you could say. And then in the fruit forest you have more diabolical, I guess you could say, looking plant creatures with teeth and eyes and stuff. A little more scary, and now we're on to zombies and ghosts. And they keep getting worse and worse, though. I try to gradually make the enemies become more and more scary in the game. Because after all, your enemies are nightmares. Anyways, like I said, I like to use magic. Make quick work of them. But it's expensive. Set of zombies. I thought this was kind of cool. A zombie Link and Marin, which he does more of a banshee screech than music. Ooh, and I'm running low on magic. Secret seashell. Okay, then kind of hit a little secret here, kind of like a short path, so it's not immediately noticeable. But if you do happen to see it, boom, fairy. Okay, here's more of my humor. You'll see a dog running around, and what's this? Ugh, that is sick. I hate when people don't clean up after their pets. You cannot pass by. I tried to resist, but I couldn't. Anyways, you'll come across here. There's a lighthouse, but it's locked. So no other place to go but up. And here's a little town that I saw in dreams when I was younger. I saw towns with nice roads and blue grass. Anyway, so this, again, a little bit more of my humor. A crazy cat lady. And so when you saw, you know, the mess earlier that you couldn't pass, she say, no, it belongs to the dog. It's not the cat's. But if you go into the shed, there's a shovel in there that you use to clean it up. And if you went there first, which you probably wouldn't, but you'll notice there's a shed and the weeds are overgrown. And this actually little wiggling around the cats is actually a little bit of practice for the shed, which is coming up. So I added Crazy Tracy again. And she is selling the 2 strongest potions in the game. I forgot if I had it at a reduced price. I think I have it at a reduced price. It's been a while since I came back to this game. But if you wanted the 2 strongest potions in the game early on and you had the money to do it, you could right now. So that cat lady, she said there's a shed with a shovel in it and the bushes are overgrown. And like you wiggle past the cats, you just gotta wiggle past the bushes. And you could get through it. Here's 20 rupees for a reward. And here's one of my favorite parts. You got the shovel, now you can clean up after Fido now. That's it. Dig. Dig to the center of the earth. Oops. My bad. She just couldn't resist saying it when you got the shovel. And if you remember the first, the original Game Boy game, if Marin was in your party and you used the shovel, she would interrupt you every time with that phrase. That's it. Dig. Dig to the center of the earth. And my opinion on that is that she wants you to dig like to escape the island, and that's why she got super excited every time you dug. That's my opinion. You should trust me though, because of all the work I made in this game. Okay, so you didn't see that. And then flying. I loved the flying rooster in the last game. Especially because they offered the hint at the secret so early on in the game, and it takes you so long before you finally get the rooster. It was just like, yeah, I loved it. So I had an opera house. Oops. Okay, so you hear the Ballot of the Wingfish song, and this guy gives you directions. He's saying the dance moves really capture the spirit of the Wingfish. Left, up, right, up, up. Those directions will be repeated more times throughout the game. When you get to the Wingfish's eggs, they're the directions. Okay, so now we have this person. This was one of the first characters I drew on paintbrush. I tried to make her like her hair was made of like crystals, and so I named her Crystal. And her mom Ruby was a pirate with the glass slipper, so she's hinting about the glass slipper, which I thought made sense. Crystal, Ruby, glass slipper. Realistic looking frog statue in capital letters. So that glass slipper you saw from Mr. Right, obviously you take it here. Okay, so more hint from Lira. The boots. Okay, so there's a whale you'll come across. See if the whale's sick, check inside his stomach, see what's bothering him. Actually really not much of a secret. I mean the whale thing is, but the lighthouse. Okay, so we're all done with this town. Or are we? I hid another secret in the game. So you know, when you wiggle past the bushes to get to the shed, you can also go past some bushes here to a secret area. And I had to throw this town in the game. As you go up the mountains, it's gradually getting colder and colder, covered in snow. To Christmas Town. A secret town. And you see a happy looking cookie and Christmas tree presents. Oh, what could be better? Free cookies, cookie poison cookies. Die! You have a giant cookie with a big bite taken out of him. And he throws cookies and cupcakes at you. I purposely just made this a bizarre boss. Just like if you've ever seen Japanese anime or even their video games, sometimes they just do some bizarre things. And so I tried to keep true to the spirit of the game since it was, made in Japan. So I tried to keep true to that spirit and throw in something completely bizarre. And then when he gets weak, he gets mad and red eyes and sharp teeth. And now he starts chucking knives at you. Yeah, so no more cupcakes and cookies be thrown at you. Now he's throwing knives at you. Violent. Ooh, a max potion. And once you defeat him, what? Santa? Ho ho ho, you've been extra good this year, Link. Please take this medallion as my gift to you. It's the Quake Medallion. The 3 medallions are super secret items in the game. So yeah, this little bizarre side quest I threw in to get the Quake Medallion. And in the Quake Medallion is from A Link to the Past. Link would drive his sword into the ground, all this electricity would flow through the ground, and all the enemies would transform into weak little creatures. So in this one, it's like an electric attack, but it paralyzes enemies. Okay, so we got the shovel from the shed. And we can return to where we were obstructed. So use the shovel to clean up the mess, and I can proceed. So, see the whale, you talk, speak to it, but nothing happens. Unless you just step right back. Then you could get swallowed by it. And if you explore his valley, you'll find the key to the lighthouse. Alright, let's head back. But if you're like me, and you like to explore, there just might be some more treasure in his belly. And here it is, one of my favorite items. I'll probably say that a lot. The magical harp. I was trying to make this like the ultimate secret weapon. It's just full recovery. So we're in a ghetto neighborhood. Oh, I should call it bad neighborhood. Anyways, so you have the character who was ran the crane game. So here he is, again, another character that followed you from Kahala Island. You give him the Pikachu doll. He has that perfume, and the idea here is he's selling expensive perfume in a bad neighborhood, so he's not getting much business. So he'd give up the perfume to get Pikachu dolls instead. See, now he's selling Pikachu dolls. You have a raccoon here, which is odd, and he's like, yes, may I help you? And it turns out he's a shop. Take you by surprise. Better not. I'm doing good. I don't need to buy more potions yet. Okay, secrets. Secrets. If you go behind the houses... I hid 20 rupees here. Oh, 50. Never mind. And you can also enter through the back door of this house. That's all boarded up. And you'll see a thug with the Bombos medallion behind him. So he's talking his thug language. He's gonna mug you for rupees. And then you... Okay, so let me explain what happens here. You hear bang! Ah! And he dies. And the front door is open. Okay, so it's supposed to be like a drive-by shooting, but in this era there's no guns, but there's bombs, so it's a drive-by bombing. So it's supposed to be like people drove by and bombed the place and blew the door open and blew him up. And now he's dead. And now you can get the bomb medallion. So if you've if you've come across this on your own and wondered what the heck was going on, that's what it was supposed to be. So see, now it's open. Okay, so here we go. Owl once again. And you'll see there's another dream shrine that you need the star key to enter. So remember where this is. Let's get out of this bad neighborhood. I probably should have made railroad tracks, so it's like you're on the wrong side of the tracks. That's what I should have done. I'm not adding anything more to this game, though. This game took forever to make. And once I finished, I said, that's it. I am not adding anything. No secret levels, no secret character, nothing. Just once I was done and I put the game online, I'm like, that's it. I'm done. 20 years of my life. Okay, so we got the key. The key to the lighthouse is open. Old Rear on the phone said, let the twin lights be your guide. So you can't see where the ground is. Just follow the lights. So you make a left here. Make a right here, or right there. A right here. A left here, a right. Anyways, you get the idea. Follow the lights. They'll lead you through. Okay, now you'll notice one gets trapped. Actually, they both get trapped. The second one that you couldn't touch, if you touch it now, you get the Thunder Rod, which is the boss, the weakness to the boss. So let's equip that with Link. Got some more enemies. Bombos. Okay, let's use Bombos Medallion. We just got it. It's a fire attack on everyone. Powerful fire attack on everyone. It also costs a lot too. So we're in the very dark lighthouse. Whatever. What a waste. And just like in previous Zelda games, the Wall Master, which is that giant hand, comes up and goes down. So I was able to replicate that in this game. Okay, so like I said, I was gradually making the game more scary. So you'll find this guy suffering on the floor. I'll just say, help! The monster was powerful. We didn't stand a chance. So you got the key, and yeah, it's starting to get a little more serious now. Not. These characters I just made up. Let's just destroy them. Oh, jeez. Silver key. Haven't used this yet, have I? Mambo, which lets you escape from battle. Who is this? Same guys. Let's just escape. So Mondo's Mambo was a teleport song, so it teleports you out of battle. Nope, mid-boss. I think we're ready. Again, more of my stupid humor. I guess I snuck it in the game more than I thought I did. I did not know what to name this character, so I tried to give him like a foreign name. Like it's an old rival or something. Or an old warrior, I don't know. So I just tried to give him like a fierce name with a secret hidden meaning. So I named him Malfishi's Mask. Malfishi's Mask. Because then you had Majora's Mask, so I had to make a name that sounded like it was from the same game. So it's Malfishi's Mask. When you kill him, it drops the brain controlling him behind, and it squirts brain juice at you. See, juicy brain. Got the yellow key. There we go. Oh, I think I put too many enemies in this stage. That's why I'm running away so much. I already fought these guys. And the music is from the third stage of the original game. Key Cavern. I thought it had a creepy sound to it, so I liked it. That was good for this kind of creepy stage. I haven't used the Quake Medallion yet. See, it's an electric attack. In this game, it paralyzes enemies. And these characters were the mid-boss of Catfish's Maw. If you kill the enemy with the boomerang, you don't get a stolen item. So you gotta be aware of that. Which I was not at the moment. Let's try it on this one. Spiderweb attack paralyzes you, so you see Marin and the Ghost are paralyzed right now. Can't attack. Oh, Ghost just snapped out of it. Just in time. Okay, so the game starts to get a little more intense here. So you see a mother and her dead baby on the bed, and she's crying. My baby. The creature killed my baby. So I'm trying to build up suspense. This creepy dark level, the creepy music. Did I go this way? No, I didn't. And first you see the first guy dying on the floor, and now a mother lost her child. Now it's getting serious. I'm beating these guys, yeah. Wait, what's this one? Oh, yeah. So in light of the brain, Juicy Brain, we also have Mr. Brain. And Link is paralyzed. Now the Ghost is paralyzed. See this guy, he's dying too, warning you about this enemy is like nothing you've ever seen, which is true. So Link is usually used to fighting, you know, little goblins and Ganon and spiders and stuff, and he's warning you this is not like anything you've ever seen before. So, yeah, I'm trying to build up suspense. Suspense for a little 8-bit game. Let me save it just in case. I shouldn't die. Oh, here's a huge mistake I made. The enemies block your path quite often. Oh gosh. This one's really blocking the path. Oh goodness gracious. That is something I need to fix. So on these narrow paths, oh god, this one's like really tormenting me. I can't, it has to come all the way down here. Well, it's a good thing I saved it. Good, he's back in his place. Okay, problem solved. And the boss. So, oops. Oh my god. What is it? It's a fetus in a giant test tube incubation chamber thing. Weak against the Thunder Rod if you got it. Okay, so the idea for this boss, where I got the idea for this boss, the dang. Let's use the life tree. So this RPG Maker game, it comes with some of their own built-in sound effects that you can use. And the sound this baby makes, you hear that, you know, that whining baby sound? It was actually supposed to be an alien sound. Let's use a sunflower too. Ballot needs it. But when I heard the sound, it sounded to me like a baby, like, crying. So it gave me the idea to make like some kind of a baby fetus character. And this was, keep in mind, this was 20 years ago. So like you're starting to see that theme in games these days. That Silent Hill playable trailer, there's a fetus screaming in the sink, in the bathroom sink. In that new Resident Evil game, there's a giant baby fetus that chases you around. So I was way ahead of them when I thought of this of 20 years ago. I'm just saying. I thought it was... And so, oops, or muted. And this is the first place in the game where mute appears. So Marin's songs are completely useless now. She's muted. So where I got the idea for this attack, it's called Mind Blast. It's the baby's head is so giant, its brain is so giant. As you saw, there were brain characters earlier in the stage. And it uses just its mind. It's so powerful to attack you. Till you take it out. You like my little, never mind. And so that enemy is defeated. And you get the star key. And then after each stage there's a little dialogue between Marin and Link each time, which is her character developing through the game. So here she is. That is absolutely terrifying. What have I got myself into? We've all felt like that sometimes. He's never seen anything like that in his life. Certainly that isn't Ganon. That monster killed people. Poor family. I can't continue. It's getting intense now. It's killing families. And now Link is getting scared. Things are going to get worse. Again, the enemies are nightmares. I had to add an element of horror into this game because that's what nightmares are. They're horror. Anyway, so here's the end of stage 2.